hello and good morning. What a weekend that was. Eh? I mean, have I not had enough faux pas and things not go quite right over the last year or what? That's how it made me feel over the weekend. What on earth? Anyway, by Monday morning I was anyway. So what can I say? The prices, well, I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted. I've looked a complete and utter lemon again. And I'm going based on the prices that I'm being told I've got to pay from somewhere that's hundreds, by the way, miles away. I mean, don't forget, you know, every single packaged coin, regardless of how it's packaged, has to go on 2 planes just to get to me. So that's a bit mental. But anyway, I've had, as you can imagine, we had some nightmare emails come in. I mean, there was one woman on Friday night she'd seen one of those posts that had been put up slating us. She'd spent 140 quid. She emails in Friday night, she wants a refund. Fair enough. Someone wants a refund, I give them a refund. We don't argue that, you know that. But she didn't get an answer back, did she? Because of course we finish on a Friday night. We're not robots. I mean, for crying out loud, John's got lung cancer still. You know, as it is, he's working a lot more than he should be doing. But she didn't get an email back, so sent a stronger one, and a stronger one, and a stronger one. And then Saturday's email was even stronger. Sunday's email was even stronger still, all threatening what she's going to do, what she isn't going to do. The first email started off, I've made a mistake, can I have a refund? But Chris didn't get an email. Subsequently we had another 6 or 8 emails, and each one getting stronger and nastier and nastier and nastier. And all I'm going to say is, Jodie, you should have a bit more patience, love. Don't expect that people are going to be working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've all got lives. We all got home to go to. Some of us have got kids, families. Like, leave it out. You know, I mean, we do our best we can, but don't expect us to work 24 hours a day. Anyway, let's move on. So, we've got to deal with this, haven't we? And I just want to say a big, massive thank you. Because this has not gone unnoticed. I could have been bombarded. I mean, we have got a fair few emails in. But nowhere near what I would expect. On the one hand, I sort of expect to get absolutely overloaded with what just happened and the prices and all that with this new Kew Gardens set and the Kew Gardens. That's what I expected. Once I knew myself, this is what the prices are going to be. Oh, right, okay, so the preferential treatment with 288 Group has got so bad now that, again, they're retailing a product cheaper than what we can buy at wholesale. It's not about us being con merchants. That's all about the preferential treatment that the Royal Mint gives this one single company. One company in the world. No other company in the world gets the treatment that 288 Group get, who then sell it to their own subsidiaries of Westminster Collection and Change Checker. And they're selling it cheaper than what we can buy at wholesale from the wholesaler that the Mint told us we have to buy from. And that's what you've got to bear in mind all the time. The Mint tell us we have to buy from this company that is in a different country. We are not allowed to buy Royal Mint packaged products in Great Britain. Not allowed. I'm British. I was born here. And I'm not allowed to buy any packaged coins from a wholesaler in Great Britain. I'm only allowed to go across the water to Europe and buy from a wholesaler there who has to buy them from the Mint. You want to see some of my delivery, sometimes the delivery charge I get is astronomical. I pay £100 just for one delivery charge. It's ridiculous. So what are you going to do about it, Ian? At the end of the day, stop your waffling. What are you going to do about it? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am, and this has made me do it, I am going to sue the Mint. I'm going to sue the Mint for unfair business practices. We can't have this. We can't have this happening year after year after year. This is naughty. This is not right. And it's just going to make me look a lemon time after time after time. Nah, we've got to do something about that. And if we do something about it and take them to court, well, then it will become a level playing field. And then, if the courts decide that this is an unfair relationship between them and 288, then we will be able to have access to buy at the same price they do. And if we can buy at the same price they do, I promise I'll be cheaper. I give you my word on that. I'll be cheaper than them if I can buy at the same price. But remember, I can't buy at the same price. I have to pay more than what they sell it for. So, anyway, I'm going to put a separate video up for that, and I'm going to put a deal together in order to raise the money to sue them. We're going to do it separately. I've got the money to sue them, but I don't want to use that money. I want to raise the money specifically for a court case. 30 to 50 grand, I reckon it will cost, and I reckon it will be well worth it. And anybody that fancies coming in on that, I'm going to offer you double your money, because I am absolutely convinced that we will win. And when we get to sue them, we can sue them for loss of earnings and inconvenience and all the rest of it, and the stress and the worry and all the stuff that goes along with it. But getting back to what we're going to do about this. So, do you remember when I had to do upgrades? So that was reasonably easy. I set an upgrade price. You got to give me money, more money. And so 1,000 of you in one go can just go on, click that, pay for it, boom, the upgrade's done. It comes through on the computer. We know what's what. We match that label with that label, and we send you the item. And that has worked absolutely perfect. Great idea, that upgrade. But what happens when we have to reverse that upgrade? What happens when I've got to give you money back? That's a nightmare now, because of either, if I do it in points, I've got to go into every single one of his accounts that bought this item and refund you in points. If I do it in cash, I've got to go into every single one of you and do it in cash. And so that becomes problematic. But let me say, I am so grateful that you have not, most of you, have not bothered. And it's not because you're sitting there going, well, I don't care about the money. I know that it's because you're sitting there going, what's Ian going to do about this one? Let's wait and see till he does his next video. Because if I know Ian, he'll counteract this one way or another, and it'll be interesting to see what he's going to do. And that's why you've left it alone and not bombarded us with requests for refunds and all the rest of it. And I appreciate that very much, because that kind of level of trust from the customers, from you, is just mental. It is just cannot be taken for granted, and I do not take it for granted, not one little bit. So, if you don't agree with what I'm going to offer, then please get in touch, okay? Only get in touch, and I don't know how to make this any clearer, only get in touch if you do not agree. If you do not get in touch, then what I'm about to offer you is what's going to happen. So please don't email me later on and go, I didn't want that. Well, you should have got in touch. So, but if you do want it, don't get in touch. Don't get in touch and say, yeah, I love it, Ian, that's a great idea, because it's just another email coming in. You know, we don't need that. I mean, look at this one I talked about, Jodie. She's ended up sending about 8 emails. If 100 customers did that, that's 800 emails. No need. So, if you agree with what I'm about to say, please don't bother getting in touch. It will just be done automatically. I'm going to set one thing out, and that's what I'm going to stick to. If you don't like what I'm offering, I'm not going to say tough. If you don't like what I'm offering, that's fine. Then email in tgbch@outlook.com, speak to Logan. tgbch, that's Tango, Charlie, Bravo, TGB. Forgot myself. Tango, no it ain't, it's Tango, Golf, Bravo, Charlie, Hotel. Tango, Golf, Bravo, Charlie, Hotel. tgbch@outlook.com. Alright? So, only email in if you don't agree. And if you are going to email in, please be kind enough to put in the subject line what it's specifically about. Don't just put coins. You know, I mean, if it's about the Kew Gardens coin, put the Kew Gardens coin in the subject line. If it's about the Kew Gardens set, put Kew Gardens set in the subject line. Don't be lazy. Put something in the subject line. Don't just put my order. Where are my coins? That kind of thing. I mean, that's just, number one, it's rude. Number two, it doesn't help us. The more information you put in an email, the faster we can respond. So, this is what I'm going to do. For the people that bought the set, at random, I'm going to give you either an Aviation, £2, or a Jane Austen, £2. I'm going to pick one of those at random and put it in. If you bought 2 sets, I will put one of each in. Not only that, but I will put one of these in, and I will either put in a Peter Rabbit 2019, also bunts, and these are all bunts, by the way, bunts. Peter Rabbit 2019, or a Gruffalo 2019. So if you bought the set, I will include one of each of these. And I will take it, whichever one I pick, it'll be one of those at random. So you'll get a £2 coin and a 50p coin, both bunts, both rare as rocking horse poo. Neither are going to be released into circulation. You get one of them and one of them. I need to do something that's going to be automatic so that I'm not individually, it's not about refunding and not wanting to refund, it's about taking the time to individually refund every single order. Cool, blimey, what a nightmare. So, this way, I can give you something worth having. I mean, we do those at 39 quid and we do sell them at that, 39.95, and we do those at about a tenner, I think. But that's the 2 coins I'm going to put in. So, if you bought the set, you're going to get those 2 coins automatically. What if you bought the Kew Gardens on its own? If you bought the Kew Gardens on its own, I'm going to put both of them in. A Peter Rabbit and a Gruffalo, both bunts. You're going to get them, and you're going to get them as well as your individual Kew Gardens. That's what I'm going to do. And we do them for a tenner each, you know, so that's another 20 quid. So, and you might even get another commemorative coin in there. In fact, you will get another commemorative coin in there. I'm just going to pick something at random and put it in. But I'm trying to make sure that I counteract this huge weight, and let's get the level playing field back. Now, I might not be able to compete with them in the way that we'd all like me to compete with them with, but what I will do is I'll have a bloody good go at being creative and going, okay, I can't beat you in that way, well, let's just see if we can't do something in another way. So if you bought the on its own Kew Gardens, you're going to get one of each of those, and you're going to get something else as well, mystery coin in there, in the packet, right? If you bought the set, then I'm going to give you a Jane Austen or an Aviation and one of those 2. Now, if you don't like those apples, if you don't like that deal, then please email in. Please do. If you like that deal and you think, yeah, all right, he's trying to do his best, that's worth more than the difference, because I'm trying to give you something that's worth more than the difference. The difference in price is what it sold it at, what it perhaps should be. And I've also reduced the price. So we've reduced the price of the Kew Gardens down by 15 quid. So that's down to 14.95. So if you get 2 of these, £10 each, that's like 20 quid. So, you know, that's worth it, I think. And you're going to get an extra coin. The set, we've moved the set down to £49, £49.95. And again, you know, we would sell that for 40, 50 quid. So you're going to get that if you bought the set. So if you like those apples, if you like the idea, if you like the way I've come up with, and I've thought about this over the last 24 hours a lot, to try and make sure that I actually get the bestest possible way of sorting this out that's going to make you happy. Because as well as there are people out there that think I take your money for coins that I don't bother posting you, and I stick that money in my pocket, and I go, whee, and I go, and I'm just doing videos because I'm a nutcase, and I just take people's money and I go and run. Well, you can't do anything about those, can you? So I won't even give that an answer. There are people out there that think that, and so they can't wait to get on and complain and start talking about you all over social media, even though what they're talking is rubbish. So that's my way of coming up with it. Now, if you don't like it, like I say, email Logan, tgbch@outlook.com, Put a subject line as to what it is, be detailed, put an item number, say where you bought it from as well. You know, if you bought it from Amazon or eBay or our website, tell us in the email so we know where to look. It does help. And if you don't like it, tell us. But if you do like it, you're going to get, if you bought a set, you're going to get, for every set you bought, you can get one of them, you're going to get one of them, and you're going to get, I'm also going to chuck in a random commemorative coin. If you bought just the Kew Gardens, you're going to get one of them, you're going to get one of them, and you're also going to get a random commemorative coin. So I can make sure that one way or another you have got your money's worth. Absolutely have you got your money's worth. And nobody can say that I've had anybody over. In fact, I'm doing the absolute bestest I can to turn what is a negative situation into a massive positive one. So there we go. If that's what you paid, that's what you're going to get. And right now we've reduced the price, and yes, you can use your points and vouchers and all the rest of it. All right, many thanks. Thanks very much. Just last thing to tell you, it's got not anything to do with this, by the way, but the letter S, we've put the letter S up now to about £5 or £6 because everybody wants it, and I'm fed up breaking sets. So I make no apologies for putting the price up. And I'll keep putting the price up. I'll put the letter S up to a tenner if I have to. But, you know, because I don't want to keep breaking sets just for one letter. But there you go. Thanks very much. And if you like it, if you like the idea, please leave a comment and say that you like the idea. If you think if you don't like the idea, leave a comment and say you don't like it. At least give me that reaction. I know you'll be honest. Thanks very much. You are stars. And I really appreciate you giving me the time to sort this in the way that I would normally sort something like this. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.